so everything's voted on. We do things with the house. There's 3 men's and 1 women's and children's, and we're trying to get more going. But we have chapters everywhere. There's over 2,700 all over the world Oxford houses. In our chapter, we have 7, going on 8. It's just really beneficial.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there like a website?
There is Oxford House. You can just look up Oxford Living. Yeah.
They ride bicycles around the world. They came from California and made it all the way here in 47 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we got 53 more. We're going to Fort McHenry, Maryland. It's 3,166 miles by ground. By air, if we were flying, it's 2,316 miles.
This is who I've been talking to tonight. This is where I keep running off to because they're so interesting. Yes.
Hey guys, our viewers want to know where we are right now.
You are in Hutchinson, Kansas at Fazoli's. Yay!
and a couple of champions we're talking here. People that we rode today for perseverance, and we met these 2 who have persevered many great things in their life. And this young lady here.
We got a hello from Wisconsin.
Yes.
Oh, hey.
This young lady here, Mandie, fought for her children. She got sober 6 years ago, and she fought for her children, got them all back, and now she's managing this restaurant. And she's got her dear friend here. What's your name?
Brandy.
Brandy?
Brandy.
Mandy and Brandy.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep,
Okay.
Mandy and Brandy.
Which is great because, like I said, his mom's name is
This girl says she's nice. I'm in recovery too, she said.
Cool, yeah, it's nice being in recovery. It makes
Yeah.
you smile. It
So-
feels good, actually, if you want to know the truth.
So again, when you were 97 pounds, you looked in the mirror and you said, I got to do something.
Yep.
Where were your kids at that time?
With my mother. I already gave them over to my mom because I was a little bit not where I was supposed to be. So I'd already gave them, yeah.
So what was your first step out?
When I wanted to get clean or when I wanted
When you decided to get clean, what was your first step?
apologizing to my kids.
Oh,
You have to apologize to your kids first because they do know what's going on, believe it or not.
They always know.
Even at the youngest age of 3 and 4, they know what's going on.
yeah.
They do.
I was a dry addict for a long time, meaning that I didn't do my step work. We have, I don't know if you ever heard 12 traditions.
Yeah.
I chair meetings. I'm very active in the recovery. I used to just stay clean and be dry, and
Don't work.
It don't work. You can't be around people who use. Eventually you're going to come into a bad time.
Oh, yeah.
I have 3 kids of my own, 11, 9, and 6, and I was tired. I couldn't do it for them. I couldn't do it for corrections. I couldn't do it for this. I had to do it for me.
Wow.
And I have my kids and everything, but
That's powerful. Though.
But you have to come first, no matter if you believe that or not. You have to be before anybody.
I put
You have to
God,
be.
myself and my kids, and that's how I get through.
So this girl that's watching, they can send live text in here while it's live. So she just wanted to let you know that's where she's struggling right now. She's in recovery, but she still has a lot of friends that do drugs, and so she's really struggling.
You
You
have to
separate.
you do
have
have
to
to.
separate yourself. Like when they say what you do in recovery is what you change is everything.
It is everything.
Everything, every single thing. People, places, events, times.
You have to cut them people
replace
off. You have
your
to.
social. The people you used to socialize with. You have to find a new social area, but you can't just not be social. I mean, you have to replace it.
You
all.
still have to help them too, though.
And
At the same time as you tell them you can't be around them, but you can still be their friend.
And they,
But it has
hope
to
and pray
be,
for the day they come into the rooms. Or
yeah, but it has to
Friday
be
day.
not one-on-one. It has to be with groups of people.
It does.
It doesn't work if
I mean,
you.
when people that I know, well, you want to meet me at a meeting,
Yeah.
that's the only way I can do it. You
I'll
wanna
be right
meet me
back,
at a
guys.
meeting?
Sure, Mandy.
A lot of people, you'll see the seriousness of people. If they don't make it, you just pray for them. That's all you can do.
How long have you been straight up?
I have 119 days, which tomorrow's 4 months. Before that, I had 2 years, but I was, like I said, didn't do my step work. I was this last time, I was drinking instead of using drugs, and which is, I had to find out the hard way, alcohol is a drug, period.
Yeah.
And I was almost killed. A couple times last year, I was ran over. My kids' dad ran me over both my knees, my ankle, my knees, and my arm, over with the car with my kids in the car, so they had to watch that. And then I got with somebody else after that, and I was beat, and I had 8 fractures on my skull, dry blood on my brain, 3 broke ribs, a broke collarbone, a liver laceration, and internal bleeding. And he went to take me to the hospital for 13 hours, and just being mentally trapped in my head and physically abused and drained. I prayed to go to jail. I prayed for life. I choose recovery today. Like, I mean, I love my kids and everything, and they're in my life and stuff, but I have to know that recovery. Right now, I'm sure it will die down to where it's not so,
Eventually.
but right now, and I'm really big on, like, our house is recovery, responsibility, and replication. And there's a lot of things. I've been on my own since I was 13 years old. Lived on my own. My family was crack addicts, and I didn't know how to live a life. So, like, everything I learned on my own, but I just was missing steps. So, I love this house, and I love the accountability that we get from it. I love this. I love this recovery. I love meeting new people. I would have never known I would be friends with a bunch of girls. That I would have trust in those areas.
Well, this gal that's listing, would she be able to find an Oxford house
Yes, there's
there
Oxford houses.
in Wisconsin?
I do believe we do have Oxford houses in Wisconsin. I definitely would go to oxfordliving.com and look. I know that if you guys get a hold of me, I'm a Tomahawk Oxford house. If you guys need to, we are always willing to open new houses.
Brandy, she said she really appreciates you talking. She said she felt like she was meant to find this Periscope
Right.
tonight. She's in a bad place right now, and she needed to hear this. So.
That's awesome. That's a God
Thank
thing.
you.
Yeah, thank you. I can't do anything. An addict, but we can't do nothing unless we give it away. Helping one addict is without parallel. Yeah,
Well, you know
definitely.
what's wild is the addict side of things, or drugs or what. That's just one side. Everybody's got issues.
Yes.
Everybody has problems, and it's together how we get there. And on our card we say, "Let's be a witness." And people think, well, what's that a witness for? Well, it's a witness for Jesus or this or that. And that's okay. That's cool. But no, the witness is for you.
Yes.
Because we met you, and I can feel it in my body right now, just the tingling of the love that, good job, and your babies are looking up to you, and you got you first. You can't fix anybody until you put your own oxygen on, right? And
And
now
nobody
you're going
does
to
it
start
alone.
charting your way out of there, and there's going to be things like this here. This card here is this is what we're doing.
That's awesome.
We're riding this bike across this
Thank
country,
you so much.
and we're planting these posts.
Awesome.
And unbelievably, the post today is we ride for perseverance.
That is so.
Is that amazing?
That
It's
is
just down the
amazing.
What
road.
it's taking,
That is
isn't it?
so amazing. I got like goosebumps everywhere.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And then we meet you
Hey.
guys. There's no possible way that we just don't eat out like, because my sister here,
Uh-huh.
she's a great cook.
Yeah.
And we love her food. But
Right.
tonight, Brad couldn't wait. He says, I want spaghetti. And then we weren't even going to come in. And I said, no, let's go in, right?
Yeah, there we
That's
are.
crazy.
And all of a sudden we're in here and we see the bubbly nature of Mandie.
Mandy.
All right? And I go, well, what is it, this girl? She said, you know what, one of the great things she said, I got 5 kids and it's so hard and it's so this thing. I said, well, where'd you get your bubbly nature? She says, well, it's just easier to have a good attitude.
Yes. Yes.
It's just
Today
easier.
I want to live and be that way. Before I think I would thrive on hate and block God. And I was going to tell you, I believe that things don't happen coincidentally. I call them God winks.
Yeah.
And you're like on the right path. So
God winks,
this really
that's
makes me
cute.
feel good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, and amazingly, if you ever look right here, let me pull it up here. All right, here it is. I think. Come here, look at this. You know where that's at? What's the street? See that post?
On Washington Street.
You know where Washington Street is?
Yeah.
There's a big high-rise there that people live in,
Oh.
and there's like a factory across the street. Well, that we nailed that to that tree across the street.
So
Alright.
if you ever need a moment of peace and say, I gotta get it together,
Go by
you
and
go
think
drive
about
to
your
that
friends
tree
here.
and you remember.
And remember,
I chair a new life group. That will be something we can go down and do and
this
get
is
some
a
peace.
beautiful tree. There's beautiful grove of
Yeah.
trees right there.
And the
There was a
message is there.
perfect piece. There was a perfect place on the tree cut off that fit perfectly for that plaque.
That's
And
amazing.
it's nailed to
And you
that
can
tree.
always go there and know that you totally touched our lives and
It touched
this
ours.
lady right here.
Awesome. Just work hard and it's one day at a time. One day at a time. 1 second at a time. If you know if that
If
helps right now.
necessary,
Yes, 1 second at a time. And it gets easier and there's gonna be hard times. A lot of us after, they say we're recovering addicts, now we just don't have a drug problem, we have a life problem. We obviously weren't, our lives were unmanageable, so we find new ways to manage it.
Yeah, and guess what though? You're not alone in that. We all are managing that.
Yes.
We all are fighting in one way or another. Sometimes it's something else that you cannot imagine. Sometimes it's loss that you can't recover from. But your babies, they're alive, right?
Yes, yes.
And they love their mom?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, they love their mom, especially my boy.
Yeah, he's a mama's boy, man. And as you pay the price for them, as they grow older and set that example, they're going to know what to do when they start
That's
back.
exactly. And I'm kind of like, people are like, are you ashamed? Do you? They're like, are you ashamed? Because I took my kids to treatment with me. And I was like, no, because my kids see me in active addiction. They see me at my lowest, and I want them to know where you can come from and where you can go. And I want them to be able to come to me one day and be like, Mom, what do you do? Or talk to me and
Exactly.
Okay, just making sure. So, and my son, he's 9. He's this little smarty pants. He's like, he'll go to meetings with me and he'll be like, I'm Striker, I'm a kid. He's like, I used to be addicted to soap, but now I'm clean. So he has a really funny sense of humor.
That's cute. That
So
is a cute.
Yeah,
that is
so
a
he's
cute.
silly. So, but they're always proud of me. They're like, Mom, how many days today? And this time I'm actually
They're rooting
working
for
my
you.
program.
How many
It's-
days did you say today?
119. So tomorrow's 4 months
120 days.
120.
of actual recovery. Like I was addicted to.
So you're not going to believe this, but I'm going to tell you a story about 119.
Okay.
In the scriptures, there's a thing called the Blue Letter Bible.
Okay.
In it is algorithms that weighed every word in Greek and Hebrew just by what they meant, and it became that number. So if you look at, I just looked this up, 119. Believe me,
That's
I
crazy. That's
just
amazing.
looked it up this morning.
That's awesome.
There's about 10,000 numbers
Right.
in one book and about 8,000 in the other. So, but when you look at this book, you look it up in mirrors. So do you know what the mirror of 119 is? 9/11. You know what 9/11 is?
Well,
And our personal belief is Jesus' birthday in 4 BC. All right? When you look up those 4 letters, it talks about his example and the redness, because he died on that cross.
yeah.
And those 4 things are about Jesus Christ and his example for us. And that's 119
That's awesome.
and 9/11 in the mirror, Greek and Hebrew on both of those. And I just looked those up this
That's
morning.
awesome.
I'm an expert at numbers per se. Some
Yeah.
people say I am. And
I love numbers.
that is an amazing thing that I just looked up this morning.
What is it called? It's on shirts all the time, and I was gonna tell you and then I forgot. It starts with an A. It's that thing where we go through where we're like, why me, why this, why that,
Mhm.
Where I was always asking God that, and then He gave me a Bible scripture. It's Isaiah 48:10. And it's like, behold, for I have tested you in the furnace of affliction. There we go. I knew I was going to remember. In the furnace of affliction, but it did not take as much heat as it took to melt silver. And I always knew that I had to go through everything. Thank you guys. That I had to go through everything I went through to help others. You know what I mean? And to be able to speak and have a great testimony to give to
Believe
others.
it or not, yesterday
That's
we
amazing.
rode for helping others.
Wow.
right? Service to others. That's what we wrote for yesterday. Is that amazing?
This is so amazing.
Okay, so let me give you a good scripture, and this is a great one to even memorize.
Okay.
It's Deuteronomy 31:6, and so everything in our life is around 3:16. Okay, John 3:16,
Right.
1 Corinthians 3:16, James 3:16, Proverbs 3:16, and on. 2 Corinthians 3:16, Revelation 3, all 3:16.
Right.
This is Deuteronomy 31:6. It says, "Be strong and of good courage.
Yes.
Fear not, nor be afraid. For the Lord thy God, thy Father, He it is that goeth with thee. He shall not leave thee alone. He shall not fail thee, nor forsake thee." And that is something that when we don't have dads and moms in the world that's looking after us, got our backs, we got that dad.
Yes.
And He's always there, and that music comes through.
Yep.
I shall not leave thee alone. I shall not fail thee, nor forsake thee. It's an incredible
That is.
story that rings true in my heart when I'm feeling weak or don't think I can make it. And I think about I just need to persevere, which means don't quit, do my best, and He does the rest. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
So-
crazy because at church I got down on my knees. I went to another church because I felt like, I mean, I usually stick to one church, you know, but sometimes I feel like God will send me somewhere else. I do. I try to listen to Him hard, and I hear Him, and I'll do what He asks me, you know. And it'll be crazy because it'll be things like this. Like I was not going to come back to work. I just did an Oxford House presentation, came in, and then I was like, I don't really want to go back to work, but I was like, they need me, so I came back
That's
to work.
wonderful.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, and but I went to church and it was just on helping others, and like, you know, I got down on my knees at that church and I felt like, you know, sometimes you can't quite hear Him, and I was like, I don't know if maybe you're just not talking to me right now. I know you're guiding me, but I'm like, am I doing what I'm supposed to, or, you know? And so I feel like I'm maybe just doing, it's just steady right now.
Well, He
You're
sends
listening and doing.
witnesses. He sends witnesses. See that card? What does it say?
Be a
He
witness.
says witnesses, and you don't know why. We shouldn't be sitting here. We don't even eat in restaurants because she's such a good cook. When we came here, he was only going to run in and grab something to go. I said, let's go in. He says, go in? And I look around, let's go in. Because the chances of us being here are 1 in millions.
It's awesome.
And we meet 2 people here whose life is about the very post we posted today. Because none of us were thought, well, what that? There's really kind of we're trying to figure out what this post means today. Now
Yeah.
we know what it means.
Right.
Well, and as a witness, the most important one is the witness you were able to tell this gal here that she can do it.
What a
She
miracle
can
that
do
was.
it,
That is.
and it's going to happen. So, if
She
that
said-
was the only person,
That's
the
She
thing.
said she called into work sick today because of her anxiety, and if she would have gone into work, she would have missed this. So
That's crazy. And if I would have called into work, I would have missed this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So awesome. I hope that I'll be praying for you. If you can give me a first name, maybe I can pray in specifics for you.
Yes.
let's see if she responds back here. She did say that. Oh, she says, "I'm literally alone right now with no one." So this was cool. Her name is Anna.
Anna, I will
Anna.
pray for you. I'll be praying.
You're
for
not
you.
alone, Anna.
Wow.
You are not
And
alone.
Anna,
We're all here.
and Anna, Mandie's name that she uses was Miana, M-E, Anna,
Mhm.
me, Anna.
Yeah.
And,
There you go.
And this is Brandy that's talking to you right now.
Yes. This
And-
is amazing.
Yeah. And Anna,
And where can you? What did you say? She could find you at what house?
You can look
Tom
me up.
Huck.
We are Chapter 13, Oxford House. So if you want to go to, you can Facebook. You can get on Facebook and go to Oxford. Just add us, request us, and I'll join you. And that way we can give you all the information you need. We're Oxford 13, Oxford Living. Find us on Facebook, or you can look us up on Google, Oxford House Living. And I'll give a list of everywhere, anywhere, yeah. There's my aunt and my uncle are peer-to-peer mentors. They come from, I mean, it's booming. Recovery's booming lately. I see a lot of people, and it's a lot of people are coming to Christ, and that's amazing. And I love it. I love every day witnessing it. It's like I live for these days and these moments it's like this, like I can't wait to get to the next one. Like it's like, yes, that was awesome. You know,
It's what helps feed our souls and keeps us going.
yes, awesome.
So
That's
proud
so
of you.
great. Thank you.
It was amazing to meet you and hear your story.
Thank you so much.
And your kids, what a good job. So good job. Good job, Mom. That's,
Yeah,
that's
good job.
what we're saying.
Most
good job.
important thing
High
you'll ever
fives.
do. Good job, Mom.
Yeah, I love
It's
my
one of the
kids.
most rewarding.
Getting lots of good jobs here on the.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
All right. Well,
She's sending you Anna's sending you a virtual hug. So there you go.
Oh.
She's going to look up your information and
Awesome.
connect with you.
Yay, please do. Yes. Anytime.
That's awesome.
You can, I don't know if I can. You can look me up on Facebook too. My name's Brandy Davis. If she can't find me on TomTom.
Is it with the Y?
But yes, with a Y.
Brandy with a
Brandy
Y.
Davis.
Yeah.
Davis. Brandy
Yeah.
Davis. There you go, Anna.
Awesome.
awesome. Thank you.
Thank
for
you guys.
Thank you so
for
much,
this.
Brandy.
Definitely
Taking
a
the time.
blessing. Definitely.
So,
Thank you guys.
for all of
It's
us.
like you were a witness to us.
Yeah.
We want to be a good witness to you, but this is too incredible. Just can't be a coincidence. Too many moving parts, right?
This is gonna give me that fire underneath me.
Yeah, that's right.
And
You
remember-
lit our fire too.
Remember
So
where that post is,
Absolutely.
and then
you remember.
promise me you'll learn Deuteronomy 31:6. 31:6.
31:6. 31:6. Gotcha.
Be strong and of
Gotcha.
good courage.
I
Yeah,
will. I definitely will.
that one carries me through a lot.
That's crazy too because I always ask God, what Bible chapter do you want me to read, or what Bible verse do you want me to memorize? And
Now you know.
yeah, now I know.
That's there you
That's
go.
awesome. So,
Those answers come in
They do.
all different kinds of ways.
that's amazing.
Uses more angels on earth than come from the other side sometimes.
That's so great. I
And
love
when,
it.
and when you put it out there, somehow it reaches across, does not care about the miles. It reaches across and touches somebody's heart.
Yeah.
So it's ridiculous. I'm just amazed every day. This post today, I'm just so amazed. We are going home and I think, well, nothing big happened today. What's the deal? God, come on. Well, it was like, okay, let's go home. We're just like, okay. Or, dragging our feet, and here we come. If it's always, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah.
So amazing. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Be safe
will.
on your journeys.
We
And,
will.
Thank you.
Yes,
And
I will
all
be-
kinds of love. We'll be around. Who knows? You might even see us again, but
Yay.
we'll be around for a couple of days, I think. We're over at, what do you call that place?
Melody Acres.
Melody
Acres RV Park.
Oh,
So if you're over in that part of the world, come on our bus. We got a bus you can ride off. Bring your kids, let them sign their name.
yeah,
and
they would love that.
Yeah, cool.
They
You
would love
want,
that.
it says Freedom Ride 2316 on it. You can't miss it. I think there's a picture of the bus on there. Is there a picture?
No,
Okay, well,
but I'll find it.
there's an RV over there. You can't miss it. It's all scribbled up on it.
It's like an old 60s hippie bus is what it looks like.
Right on. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely have to do that. Thank you guys. I hope you have.
All right. Bye-bye from Fazoli's. Bye, everybody. Oh, gotta get Matthew on there. There we go. All right.